here, Lakshman.
Everyone put
Most of the people are new to presentation. So I believe I should give some tips being a friend, so that this would help you out in further times. Like I'll be sharing my personal experience with regard to presentations and stuff. Normally when you are going to make a presentation, first thing you require is topic. So topic is necessary for you to make presentation. Second thing, after the topic is given to you, it checks your awareness. When the topic is given to you, it is general knowledge, whether you know about the topic or you do not know about the topic. It shows your awareness. When ma'am gave me the fiscal policy, if it was the first time for me, I wouldn't have known. So what I tend to do is, if I knew it, I can do it still better. If I do not know it, I'll try to learn and present it better. So for that learning, what I used to do is, I used to seek information. Information may be seek with various sources. Internet, books, magazines, videos. These are the sources where you can seek the information and prepare yourself in knowing the topic. Once you know about the topic, there comes your confidence level. You will be aware. If I do not know the topic and if I am given the topic or fiscal policy, and if ma'am says me to present tomorrow, I might feel nervous because I do not know. This might be the reason. Second thing, there might be a stage fear with me. Since I am a new student, this is the first time I am presenting. This is the common thing which happens. The same thing which happened for me in my lifetime was, for the first time in my life, I happened to present on my BBM first semester. Before that, I used to be in class and I used to be the backbencher. When I used to present, the first topic I cannot forget in my lifetime is inflation. That was the first topic which I got as a topic and I was about to present. When I was about to present, I happened to go for the computer classes and I am aware of presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and I used to create animations and things in the presentation. The presentation was on. They announced my name. Next presentation is of Premraj. I came forward. I was nervous because that was the first time for me. As Lakshman brought the copy, I too bought the printout of it. And I stood in front of everyone. First, when I was standing in front of everyone, I wished them good morning, but it was unfortunately afternoon. I was nervous. Because of my nervousness, my communication was improper. So everyone laughed at me and I said, I'm sorry, good afternoon once again. Later I went on with saying the topic on, today I am going to present on inflation. First slide was on. When I was presenting on the first slide, inflation is, I was seeing at the screen and I was presenting inflation is this and that. Immediately our madam called and she said me to turn forward and she said me to present. I was unaware that I should see the presentation and I should make an eye contact with the teacher. That was the reason where our madam said me to turn forward and present. So when you are preparing your presentation, you are going to make something called PPT or videos or slideshows. This is the tool which you are using. This is the channel which you are using for presentation. Some people may use some other tools called books, some other tools called files, which will give it as an assignment. These are also a kind of different kind of presentation. These are the tools which we use for presentation. When we are going to present what we have done, we have to maintain our body language, Eye contact.
Seriousness.
Clarity in whatever you say. Clarity in whatever you put in words. This is the extra thing. Once if you go through all these three things, you can create an attention among your listeners. That is, I am creating an attention among you. I believe it. Yes. So, when presenting, when you are giving up with your body language, normally when presenters, what they do is, first thing they might present in this manner. Second thing they might present in this manner. When it comes to body language, what they do is, sometimes people may present it in this manner. These should be avoided. When you are presenting your body language, you should not maintain all these things. Sometimes when you are keeping your body language in such a way, people may think he's a bit afraid and we can take an advantage of it. Remember one thing before presenting. You have to present in such a way that nobody knows the topic. Only you yourself know the topic. That is what is important. Even they know much about the topic, they will listen to you. They will check for your information. So, how you have to present is, you have to assume yourself that nobody knows the topic other than you. That is the first sign of belief and faith among yourself. That builds your confidence level. Fine? And when you are putting out in your words, sometimes you might be wrong. At that time, what happens is, when you are wrong, your eye contact will not stay in one place. When you are wrong, what you tend to do is, you say something wrong and you turn towards the board and you turn there, go see there and see here. There people will find you, the judges will find you that you are wrong. When you are speaking, if I say, Lakshman, this is right, he is shaking his head. That is what your eye contact makes. When I see people and when I speak, though I say wrong, and if I nod my head seeing at him, he will shake his head. That is the power of eye contact which he shakes his head, he nodded his head. It is acceptable. And these are all the strategies which you have to maintain in order to make effective communication as well. You require effective communication. Since we are at the initial stage, I too didn't come up from the poor family, and I too was from a middle class family, and my communication level is also up to the mark, and I just made it by speaking to my seniors, by speaking to my faculties, and I am now here with manageable communication. I cannot say with hi-fi communication. I can manage the communication whichever I know. So we require communication. So for that, what you can do is you can log into some websites, English tutor. It will be useful for you in pronouncing words. Sometimes your pronunciation might differ. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur, differs. These are all the things which you can learn through online portals, and these are all some presentation etiquettes which are required for you in order to present. Once you are presenting, these things will be noted down. Later, when you are going to sign off, your presentation is going to get over, you will be given with queries. You will be given with some queries. They will be asking you queries. For the first time when I gave insights in topic, last slide was thank you. After that was any queries. Until thank you, I said stop the slide. That fellow, he pressed the next slide, went on with any query slide. I stood up because since my slide was on and that is not the manner to go off the stage, and I stood there. People started asking me some queries. My hand is shivering like anything and I couldn't control it. So they asked me a simple question again, what is inflation? I didn't know. Because though I knew the topic, though I knew the content, I didn't take it for personal thing. I just did it for the sake of doing. That is it. He just stood, and one of my seniors, he just stood and he said, tell me what is inflation without seeing behind or without seeing the page. I said, sorry, I don't know. The next question from his side was, why the hell you put any query slide then if you don't know? So when we are going to present some of the topics which you are going to present, you need to prepare yourself the inner topics and insights of it, because you might not know, people might ask you queries based on that itself. So you must be aware of it. And second thing, your eye contact and your body language can bluff people. It is a tool which I am giving you. Your eye contact and your body language can bluff people. You can see people easily when they are presenting. But main thing when you are presenting the topic, the awareness, after you go through all this awareness, from next time on when you are going to present, it will not happen. When I presented for the first time, I went on with a failure. For the second time, I went on with a failure. For the third time, seriously, I went on with a failure. Fourth time, I went on with a failure. For the fifth time, I was not given a prize, but they said me this presentation was acceptable and this presentation was best. From the sixth slide on, from the sixth time of my presentation, nobody came forward to ask me queries. When they asked me some queries,
sorry for disturbing you.
What in the way? When they ask for such kind of queries, you must be aware of it. And most of the people, you might think that having a laptop or having an iPad sometimes helps you, or sometimes it might not help you. But what I tend to say is, even though I don't have a laptop of mine, I used to go for a cyber cafe, and that itself is a laptop for me. And I seek information whenever I am in need of. So make proper utilization of resources which are available with you. Sometimes others may make utilization of your resources more than you, like I do with Muttarastu and I do with Shivraj and Muzaffar. I don't have any resources, man. Yeah, mainly with Rameshwar. I don't have any resources, but I need to find the information and I need to seek the information. What I do, take the iPad of his, because he's not using. Sometimes he is free. That time I used to take it.
Without free also you
I'll not pay. That is second thing. I use the Snatch also. That is friendly access. Okay. And among all this, one thing which is important for you people is, the main thing which takes you towards this stage is, stand at one single point. If you are going to speak on certain point, you have to stand on that point itself. When the people who is asking queries, if he says no, you are wrong, and you just correct it. If you say yes, you are gone. Though you present 1,000 times, though you present 2,000 times, when you are saying the presentation, if others oppose your presentation, you are gone. So what you have to do is, you have to prepare yourself in such a way that though your presentation is wrong, everyone must accept. I am not saying you to do the wrong presentation, I am not provoking you to do it. When you are going to do, people have to accept it, because you are the presenter. And second thing, for the listeners, respect the speakers. That is the first aspect which makes you to come forward in life. Respect the speaker. When the speaker is speaking, it might be the faculty, it might be
faculty.
It might be the faculty, it might be other friends, it might be a notice who is going to read it to you. Respect them, because they have an intention behind that. It is for the well-being of us, it is for the wellness of us. So we have to respect them. Whenever we present, some people may obstruct in the middle and they may ask. That is not the proper manner. Once after the presentation is done, you might ask for the query. Until then, you can keep a notepad for yourself and you can note it down. In the fifth slide, he has mentioned like this and he said like this. You can say the presenter to move on to the fifth slide and you might ask the queries. When you ask for the queries, I tend to, please don't feel that I am not saying myself in the proper layer. I wanted my friends to be with me, and that is it. And I don't have any intention behind that.
Bye.
Going to canteen and cook, chef.
All the students. Thank you, bye.
And one more thing, when you are, since we are in MBA, we need to maintain a dress code. Even the presenter's dress code has been counted nowadays. When you are presenting, this is not the dress code which you are going to present. When you are presenting, you will have a formal wear, tie, and then you are going to present. Because our presentations matters a lot. Before presentation, our impression matters a lot. Face is the index of mind. When you come and stand here before presenting, give a smile to people. Attract them through your smile. Don't show your teeth. Just give a smile. Just give a smile and attract people. Because when you are coming with a serious thing and when you are standing like this, what might they think is this fellow is full of attitude. That is what generally people think. This fellow is having complete attitude and he is behaving as such. But the inner feeling is among him is he is fearful to present, and that is the reason. But other people may assume in such a manner. And this is which happened to me in inflation topic. When I came there, I stood very strict because many people thought that he knows everything about A to Z of inflation and now he is going to present in such a manner. But I didn't know. I was nervous. Because of that nervous, I didn't even smile. These are all the basic things which I learned in my personal life, and it is helping me a lot nowadays. When I am speaking to people, not only in the class, when I am speaking outside, when I am speaking in my church, people accept. Because I have adopted all these presentations in different parts of my life. It might be various places, never mind. Your presentations make your impression. And these are all the basic things which it's not.
ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ Continue.
And one more thing you need to have is time consciousness. That is not there with me, please don't mind. Because when for the first time when they gave me the time for 5 minutes, I ended up in 3.5 minutes. But later, after the 6th and 7th slide, when they gave me 5 minutes, I took it over 7 minutes and 8 minutes. The judges stood up and they said to me to stop. You have exceeded the time. That is called junk of information, overflow of information. It should also not happen. You have to give in such a manner. It must be short and sweet or required thing at the required time. For 5 minutes, though you give 15 minutes, if the time is not measured, if the time is not considered, you can present. But if they give you certain time, you need to work on it. So what you plan to do is, if I can explain one slide, that is first slide, if I can explain first slide for 2 minutes, I am successful for the second slide. If you save 30 seconds of your time in your first slide, it will be helpful for your 30 seconds of your 30th slide. This might be useful for you. So you need to work on your time management, which plays an important role. And these are all the general and the small things which you have to consider while you are presenting. Boys, when you are wearing your dress code also matters, as I said. When you are wearing your formal shirt, formal pants, tie, and if you're wearing these kind of shoes, which I am wearing now, it doesn't work. It doesn't suit your body, your dressing sense. And if you are wearing t-shirt, this kind of shirt and this kind of pant, and if you are wearing official shoe, it will not suit. So you have to look out with all those dressing etiquette. You have to. I have more and more to say for you. I have telephone etiquette, how to speak over the phone. I have message etiquette, how to mail to your seniors, to your juniors, to your inmates. I have table manners, table etiquette. I have many things to say to you, but I didn't have the required time and ample time to say to you. If I could get, that is why I happened to create a group. In that group, I'm uploading some things which are required for you with regard to the organization, with regard to the management. If you can utilize that, it will be better, because if I am using it, I am going to fetch reward based on that. And I am sure and certain that I can challenge people saying that many people had said me that you are not going to prosper in your life, my family members. You are not going to prosper in your life, you are going to stay on the road, and this is what you are end. This is said by my family, my own family members. But I am working on it in such a way that I want to make them prove wrong. What I am doing is, that's all. I am not doing any great stuff, and I am not going to, all illegal activities and things. I am under my control, and everything is under control. So what I am doing is, I am just working on it. That's all. They said my parents to stop my education in the second year and make me to go for work. My parents didn't. They gave me another chance for doing UG, BBA. I did it successfully. And again they said to stop the work and to stop going to MBA and work. Now my family members do not know the secret. They just know that I am going to work, but they do not know I am doing MBA. If they get to know, nobody cares, because my family is in support for me. But still, that is the negative aspect which is going to affect my personality on a whole. When we have a group of negative people and one positive member enter, it is 90% sure and certain that this group of members will spoil that one person, positive attitude person. So that is why I say, whenever you are going to given with the topic, please pray and believe in yourself that you are going to do it. You fail on the stage, no problem. But come and present forward, which brings your confidence. When we fail, it is a lesson for us. It is a stepping stone for us. Failure is a stepping stone. It is a stepping stone for us, and nobody is going to kill us. That is the stage which we are going to learn. This is the serious aspect which we have to know. We might fail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, no problem. We might fail 99th time also. But these failures add to your experience, and this experience will carry you forward. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.